In a world filled with adversity and challenges, few have shown the resilience and courage needed to fight for what is right. One such figure is Ibrahim Traoré, a man whose life story is a testament to unwavering determination and an unyielding will to lead from his humble beginnings to becoming a revolutionary leader. Ibrahim's journey is not just one of personal triumph, but a story of a nation yearning for change. Today, we dive into the incredible life of Ibrahim Traoré. We explore how he rose to prominence and how his actions have left a mark not only on his country but on the world. This story is a reminder that the power to change the world lies within us all, but it takes a fierce determination to rise above the hardships we face. Ibrahim Traoré was born into a world that seemed to offer few opportunities for someone like him. Raised in the rural areas of his homeland, he was no stranger to the harsh realities that plagued his community: poverty, political instability, and a lack of educational resources were the defining features of his early life. But these very challenges shaped him into the man he would become. From a young age, Ibrahim demonstrated a fierce determination to change the trajectory of his life. While many of his peers were resigned to their circumstances, Ibrahim believed that education was the key to breaking free. Despite limited access to schooling, he sought out every opportunity to learn, reading books, listening to those with knowledge, and engaging in discussions that broadened his understanding of the world. It was clear early on that Ibrahim's potential was not confined to his immediate surroundings. His thirst for knowledge and ambition to improve his life led him to make decisions that would shape his future in profound ways. He didn't just dream of success, he pursued it with every ounce of energy he had. His early life was not without sacrifice. He faced the same challenges that many young people in struggling communities face: the temptation to give in to despair, the overwhelming pressure to follow the path of least resistance. But Ibrahim chose to fight. He fought for the education that many thought was out of reach. He fought for the opportunity to create a better life for himself and ultimately for those around him. As Ibrahim matured, so did his awareness of the political and social inequalities surrounding him. The government that ruled his country was corrupt, oppressive, and indifferent to the needs of the people. The political system was rigged, and the voices of the people were silenced. Ibrahim could not stand by any longer and watch as his fellow citizens suffered under the weight of injustice. His early exposure to political activism sparked a fire within him. He realized that education alone would not be enough to bring about the change his country desperately needed. The system had to be challenged, and for that, a leader would be required. Someone with the courage to confront the powers that be. Someone who would speak for the voiceless. Ibrahim's journey towards leadership began in his community, where he started organizing local protests, writing articles, and speaking out against the injustice he saw around him. He soon gained the attention of fellow activists, many of whom shared his vision for a better future. Ibrahim's ability to connect with the people, to speak directly to their struggles and hopes, was what set him apart. He wasn't just another politician. He was a voice of the people, rising from the very heart of their suffering. The call to action was clear. Ibrahim saw himself as part of something larger than just his own life. He wasn't fighting for power, but for the very survival of his people. His activism began to gain traction, and soon his name became known beyond his local community. Ibrahim Traoré was no longer just a man with a vision. He was becoming the embodiment of hope for a nation that had been silenced for too long. The path to leadership is never easy, and Ibrahim's journey was no different. While others might have turned back when faced with danger, political persecution, or public ridicule, Ibrahim pushed forward. Every obstacle that stood in his way only fueled his resolve to see his vision realized. He knew that true change required not just passion, but strategy, intelligence, and unwavering commitment. Ibrahim's rise was marked by his ability to galvanize others to his cause. He didn't just lead from the front, he inspired from within. His leadership was built on a foundation of trust and mutual respect. He was able to unite people from all walks of life, students, workers, farmers, and intellectuals, under one banner. The revolution he was leading was not just a political movement, it was a social awakening. As he gathered a following, Ibrahim knew that he couldn't do this alone. He forged alliances with other leaders and thinkers, building a network of like-minded individuals who shared his goals. He understood the importance of unity, of working together to challenge the oppressive forces that controlled the nation. Ibrahim's charisma, his unwavering belief in the people, and his ability to lead with both wisdom and humility made him a force to be reckoned with. But with this rise came danger. Ibrahim faced threats from those in power, many of whom saw him as a direct challenge to their authority. Despite these threats, he remained resolute. His belief in the cause and the overwhelming support from his people gave him the strength to continue his mission. No revolution is without its struggles. Ibrahim faced numerous challenges on his journey, both personal and political. The powers that be were not willing to give up their control without a fight. Ibrahim's movement was met with violent opposition, and many of his closest allies were imprisoned, tortured, or silenced. The weight of responsibility began to take its toll on him, but he never wavered in his determination. During these dark times, Ibrahim found strength in the people who continued to support him. The resilience of the people gave him hope, even when the odds seemed insurmountable. Every setback became a lesson, and every defeat only made him more determined to succeed. Ibrahim's belief in the cause was unshaken. He understood that true victory comes not in moments of ease, but in overcoming the hardest challenges. These challenges forced Ibrahim to adapt. He became more strategic in his approach, understanding the importance of careful planning, diplomatic negotiations, and maintaining the support of the people. The journey was no longer just about fighting the system. It was about outsmarting it, outlasting it, and ensuring that when the time came, they would be ready to take control. In a defining moment, Ibrahim's vision began to take shape on the streets. What started as small protests and isolated acts of defiance grew into a full-scale movement. People from all corners of the country came together to demand change, united by a common purpose. The revolution Ibrahim had fought for was now becoming a reality. As the movement gained momentum, Ibrahim's leadership was put to the test. There were moments of doubt, moments when it seemed like victory was just out of reach. But Ibrahim remained a steadfast symbol of hope for the people. He led by example, never asking his followers to do anything he wouldn't do himself. His willingness to sacrifice for the greater good inspired others to do the same. Ibrahim's strength was in his ability to inspire others. His speeches were electrifying, filled with passion and a deep sense of justice. His words resonated with the people, urging them to take action, to stand up, and to fight for what they deserved. The revolution was no longer just about Ibrahim. It was about the people rising together to reclaim their future. Through sheer willpower and a never-give-up attitude, Ibrahim and his people triumphed. The old regime fell and a new day dawned. It was a victory that had been hard-won, a result of years of struggle, sacrifice, and unrelenting perseverance. But Ibrahim knew that this was only the beginning. The real work had just started. While the old regime had crumbled, the task of rebuilding the country would require time, patience, and thoughtful leadership. Ibrahim knew that the victory was not just about political change, but about ensuring that the people's voices were heard, their needs were met, and their future was secured. As he stood at the forefront of this new era, Ibrahim reflected on the long road that had brought him here. He thought of the sacrifices made, the battles fought, and the people who had stood by him through it all. And in that moment, Ibrahim knew that his mission was far from over. Ibrahim Traoré's journey is a remarkable story of resilience, courage, and vision. From his humble beginnings to his rise as a leader, his life is a testament to the power of determination and the belief that one person can make a difference. But Ibrahim's legacy is not just in the political change he helped bring about. It is in the spirit of empowerment he ignited in the hearts of the people. His story teaches us that we all have the power to create change. We must never underestimate the power of one individual, fueled by the desire to fight for justice and equality. Ibrahim Traoré's legacy is a reminder that leadership is not about power or position. It is about serving the people and fighting for their freedom. As you watch this documentary, ask yourself, what role will you play in shaping the future? Will you stand up for what is right, even when it is difficult? Ibrahim Traoré has shown us that change is possible, but it requires courage, determination, and a belief in the power of the people.